Okay. Am I still cutting in and out? Is this any better? Okay, thank God. I don't know what in the heck, y'all. I don't know why it was doing that. Okay, good deal. All right, y'all. So, like I said, um, I I'm not talking about the other bullshit tonight just because it's not important. Hey Daniel, and hey everybody else, because I'm gonna play this video that Seth made because he's made yet another response because you know he has to respond because he's a little bitch. So Alice the Catfish has made another response video to me, and but the main thing that I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to play the body cam footage from the Idaho 4. It was just released. Law and Crime just released it. It's an hour, a little over an hour long. And I am more pissed off now at these damn roommates than I was before. And everybody says, "Oh, she must have been wrong. She had to think that that couldn't have been Kaylee." She literally is talking about it being Kaylee running down the stairs. Holy fuck. I'm madder than a wet setting hen over here. I'm telling y'all right now, one damn person better not say they feel sorry for her. Not one person better say she's a victim. Not one person better say she was shocked. Not one. Whoa. But before I do that, before I play this moron, um, Sweet Cheeks wanted to tell y'all thank you for all of his coming to America wishes. And thank y'all for wishing him um, well on his apparent. I guess he's been living here for quite some time now. Um, I wasn't aware of it. I found out when y'all did. And I'm just absolutely bereft over here of feelings because my feelings have just left me because I'm so sad that he's been only 8 hours away all this time, less than 8 hours, and hasn't made the effort to come and see my fat ass. I'm just beside myself. Absolutely beside myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know. I know. I didn't know he had a whole house that he moved here from Pakistan that's in the Appalachians. I didn't know he was a goat herder there. And I didn't know he had a moped. He could have driven his moped here. He never told me about his teleportation skills. I had no idea he could teleport an actual original Pakistani house into the foothills of Appalachia. I do declare. And I'm so sorry that I have mistaken y'all all these years that my accent is fake. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've faked it for so long now I don't remember what my real voice sounds like. Now I'm stuck with this accent that I just can't seem to stop using. Me too, Daniel. If he's hit a whole ass house and goats and that he was in this country, what else has he been hiding from me? He probably really is gay. He probably has a wife and children and a boyfriend. What if all the rumors are true? He's really AI. And a twin that only one of them has muscles. And he's only 5 feet tall, y'all. I'm 5'8". I don't know what I'm going to do. I had my whole life planned out. And now my dreams have just been turned to dust. He's been green screening from his studio that Scotty spied. He had me completely hornsnoggled. I don't think I'm ever going to get past this. I don't think I'm ever going to get past it. What can you do for me? Send me all of your money. Because I'm just using this to grift y'all and to sad fish. So I need all of your money now to my Cash App that's crawling across the screen. One moment, I've got to hide it because he's not having a goat herding fund. No. I need all of your money. I don't know how much a virtual divorce costs. I don't know how much a divorce. I don't know how much a virtual divorce costs. And now what am I supposed to do with this e-baby? E-baby, what am I supposed to do with this e-baby? And how many other women does he have e-babies with? brothers and sisters does it have? No, I would never send it to the e-adoption center. I'm going to keep it. Even though he's broken my cold, withered, not even their heart. I can't get rid of his e-baby. That's so nice of y'all to. That's so nice of y'all to volunteer to watch the e-baby. Well, I heard that Country Joe is one of his wives in Appalachia. What a slap in the face. She knew all along that he was in the U.S. Lonnie! Ranger, it's the new one that's scrolling across the screen. I'm changing all of my payment methods to one thing so that it's easy for everybody to remember. No, I can't get the marriage annulled because it's been consummated repeatedly. How do y'all think I got an e-baby? Thank you, Rainbow Ranger. Well, Candy, I guess I can send you your virtual wedding gift back, but I was gonna go hawk it so that I could have some money to go to the casino. I mean, to get an e-divorce. Thank you, Candy. All right, let me show this idiot to see what he has to say. I'll be over here crying. Oh, God, this ugly fucker.
Oh God, I had to do a video I skipped yesterday. because me and my fiance, we just had too much uh, time together. I just didn't have time to do a video, Natasha.
What the fuck?
But I wanted to put a video out there because I'm watching. So I'm watching my Panthers, which they really kind of suck right now, but they're still my team. But I'm going to continue to put videos out there because
Oh, we knew you were.
you want to put videos out there of me.
Because you're getting
Like
attention.
what? Like I think I maybe have what 35 people. I'm like, listen, Natasha, Natasha, if you need to put more content on your YouTube channel for a person, me, with 30 something subscribers to get you content, that's just really sad, dude. It's sad. So you can keep doing that. I just it's laughable. Like even my friends, I mean, doing YouTube and watching what you're doing, like we just sit there and laugh. Like, do you not have other things to do? You have this boyfriend supposedly in Pakistan. He's definitely not in America because I want to put this out there.
But I thought he was in America. That's what your friend.
You'll never have an alpha male because you think you need to control people. And so, yeah, and that's why probably Dalton was your boyfriend for a long time. Because if you had an alpha male, they dump your ass. No, 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 no. Let's back up. You'd never have the chance. One, because you're fat as fuck, but you're narcissist. You're a narcissist of fuck. So now you got a what 25, 26 year old of Pakistan. Everybody wants to come to America, right? Um, and now because he gives you everything you want, all of a sudden uh, he could be your kid. Let's put this out there. He could be your kid, your nephew, whatever. Now all of a sudden you're gonna get married. And if I recall, you said you would never get married again. So when did that change?
When I met him, he could be, but he ain't.
Mm. Mmm. What a hypocrite, man. And you better stop using Christianity because you don't know what that is. And evidently your mother doesn't know either. I'm and I will put this out there, y'all. I'm not gonna put her kids and her grandchild out there because that's not right. And she believes in karma. Well, if she was a Christian, karma is not real. Karma is not real. Read your Bible. And stop like going off on me about Catfish. Like, come on. I know I look better than you, but I mean, at some point, just accept it and be done. You and Jax, like what? Crafton, Kim, I mean, like, listen, just stop. Just stop. Okay, that's all I got. Okay. Um, bless your heart. Bless your heart, baby. Bless your heart. Hope it all works out for you. Already know the outcome. And stop using my name to make money. Stop it. Grow some intelligence.
Grow some?
Because evidently you don't have that. You got to send Tiffany to say, oh, I said a wrong word that I corrected, mind you.
I have to
Um,
send Tiffany?
yeah,
What?
not so classy, not so intelligent. So keep it going. Um, you've showed you've shown who you are. You have. So keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Well, he's got a big head tonight, don't he? Seth, on your best day, you could look better than anybody in this fucking chatter on this platform, son. You don't even pass as a fucking transgender man. And I'm just going to put it out there for you like that. If it hurts your feelings, oh fucking well. And for you to call somebody else fat, son, you might want to look in the fucking mirror.
Dude, you need some wrinkle cream. Something's going on with the side of your face. And you have a double forehead. And a double cheek. Now, somebody was able to take a photo last night of him and his girlfriend on date night.
His imaginary fiance.
This dude looks better than him, but
well, yeah.
oh, I'm definitely keeping Sweet Cheeks. He's an actual man that knows how to act like one, and this dude is just a pussy.
He wouldn't know what an alpha male was if he smacked him upside his head.
And he wants to talk about fat. You're 14.
I don't know. Okay, probably not.
No, somebody made a picture, and let me find it. Hang on. I didn't save it. I just laughed my ass off at it, but I'm about to. Hold on.
Yeah, I know, Candy. We were laughing about it. His fake avatar. Well, he can't even form a sentence when he talks. He said she was narcissist fuck. What does that even mean?
Oh, it's coming, Becky.
Oh yeah, he can't. He can't hold his composure long enough not for that to happen.
Yes, gross and intelligence.
Grow some intelligence. How do we grow that? Is there seeds for it? We plant it somewhere? Not even remotely the same.
Hey, dude. Did testosterone change your ears? Your nose? Your eyes? Your eyebrows? Your chin? Your teeth?
I mean, testosterone does change a lot of people's features, but I've known Seth we've known Seth pretty much the same
Not
amount of
like
time.
this. He ain't never looked like that.
Well, what I'm saying is, me and you've known Seth pretty much the same amount of time, and I've never known Seth to look like that. Have you?
Mm-mm.
story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with three boys of his own. They were four men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way they became the Brady Bunch.
Too bad Alice wasn't in the singing group. I mean, I don't know at what point this dude don't just give up. He literally said he took yesterday off because him and his girlfriend. You took it off?
Well, he doesn't. I mean, think about this, Alice. You were the first person to make a video, so you were the one using Tasha for clout.
Oh, thank you, Ava, for the e-formula.
So if anybody's using anybody, it would be you.
Well, and here's the thing, he was joking about 90 Day Fiance, but at least I have one that's real.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he doesn't have either one. Nobody has seen said girlfriend. Nobody has heard her talk. Nobody has seen her with him on camera. Nobody, I mean, none of this has transpired. And he is forever hitting on women.
I mean, I get hit on literally constantly on TikTok, and I'm not entertaining other men in my inbox.
Well, he definitely is. And I doubt very seriously he's getting hit on. He's trying to search out a woman.
Well, that I'm not even remotely surprised about either, but I'm just saying, this is
Well, that's what I'm saying, Carol. I mean, in all these years, he's supposed to have had this fiance, but we don't see hide nor hair of her. Never heard her speak. Never heard her interact with him in the background. Nothing.
And that is true. He said he's been saying that he had this fiance for years.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly, Candy. That is exactly how that happens.
Well, I get that. I mean, that's not the case with me. Do you notice that too, Marlisa?
Yeah, I did.
Brought that to my attention.
He was and when he was over here, he couldn't stand Robbie. Robbie was a piece of shit. He didn't want nothing to do with Robbie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, YT evidently for him, it's pretty hard.
Would you want to? I mean, I'm just saying. YT, I think the position's open.
I think YT's probably going to tell you heck to the no.
But feeling that's not exactly what she's going to tell me.
Well, I was being nice. I was trying to say it in a nice way.
Tina said his girlfriend is his right hand.
Well, that may be that too. She said, no, ma'am.
In all caps.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Not ever.
Read your Bible.
Should
Saith
you
our
need
Father.
to read it?
I can quote you the Bible backwards and forwards, son. I've read it about a zillion times. I've been in church since I was knee high to a damn grasshopper. But the
And
fact still,
anybody that knows me knows that I can do the same thing.
but what you fail to realize is it says clearly in the Bible not to be judging anybody else until they're not a Christian.
Now, I'm quite certain you ain't Jesus.
So you might want to read your own Bible while you're telling people to read their Bible and what they are and what they aren't.
Again, he is exactly the person and the reason that so many people turn away from organized religion. Him and Robbie.
Well, Robbie is one of those, and I hate to sound stereotypical, but it's the honest to God truth. He's one of those gay men who think the world owes them something. And there are ones out there like that. I run into them all the time. And I hate to break the news to him, the world don't owe him shit but a swift kick in the shorts.
Well, I'm just curious. Did Dickie talk about Nabil's location tonight?
No, she said she was going to have a seat. I don't know where she's sitting, but whatever. I didn't listen to her. Very much. That's right, YT. You hit the nail on the head.
Well, of course. Well, if it did, Ava, I'm not sure what kind of Bible he's reading. Although I have a feeling that he and Robbie both read the same one, the Bible of Satan. A 2-year-old video from German lady. About what?
Who knows? You know she goes off on these tangents. There's no telling what she's doing over there. I mean, she's already kidnapped a cat. I don't tell what else she's doing over there.
Very true.
Catnap. She catnapped a cat.
Oh my God. Well, my grifting is not working, apparently.
Did you see the babies? I didn't send you a picture, did I?
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me turn the camera on and see if you can actually see them. The mama's in there with them right now, but can you see them?
Aww. Oh, it's a panel about me? Oh, of course it is. Of course
Mama
it is.
kitty. There's all the babies. There's this one. And then there's a black and white one. And a yellow tabby. And then there's another black and white one. It's kind of a brindle color.
Hang on.
And then there's a white one down here with a bunch of yellow spots.
Make you full screen. Hang on. All right.
The brindle one's like between about her legs. There's 6 of them all together. I'm missing one somewhere. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's down here underneath her. That's the other one.
Tony said, is the orange one female or male?
I don't know. They were just born like probably about 3 hours ago.
Look at her head. Look at her paw over her eye.
Yeah, she's.
Go on, leave me alone.
I'm fixing the letter B. Jersey is like very curious about them. Get back there. Here. No, lay down, Mama.
Kelly said what breed she wants one.
They're just she's a tortie and white, like a cat. Well, she's calico, kind of a calico and tortie mix, and white. And then the daddy's old, from what I can tell, is a barn cat. He's an old barn cat. He's a tuxedo barn. There's a tuxedo. There's a yellow tabby, like an orange color. There's like a dark brindle, like the more calico. There's a white one with black ears. That's like solid white, but with black ears. There's one that is spotted, like white with the yellow spots, and then there's another one that's got a kind of looks more like her. That's got more white with the calico on them. They're only a few hours old. They'll be ready to go in 5 weeks.
All right, so I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna play this dang body cam because y'all, I can't. And for those of you who have followed the Idaho 4 case, all I can tell y'all is buckle up because the beginning of this,
Heck no, Lonnie. I couldn't remove her because when I moved them from where she had them, she followed me. She won't let you. She'll get up to go eat, but she comes right back to them. They are healthy, YT. In fact, all 6 of them survived. She had 6, and all 6 survived. And that was her first litter.
Sure, Jen, I'm telling you. I'm just telling y'all, your blood pressure's about to go up. Listen to what she's about to say.
When I heard her crying, I heard some guy say that you're going to be okay, I'm going to help you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy, and he was not insanely tall, but he was wearing all black and like this mask, which is covering his forehead and his mouth.
Well, get in town. We've got a quadruple homicide.
Wait till y'all see the inside of this house. Yep, Delta. Y'all, from the time he got the call. 2 minutes. Look at all these people.
Where's she at? Yep. Where's she at? Where's she at?
Yes.
Where at? Up here?
Up here. You got it.
Look how filthy this place is, y'all.
They're doing a little party.
And I didn't text him yet, but
I'm 13.
Now, let me say this. Did y'all just see this house? They said that, I mean, literally in their statements, they said there were no parties there that night, that they had just been home watching television before the rest of them came home.
They watch television and play beer pong, I guess.
Well, if you remember, in Bethany's statement, she said she heard the beer pong table like crash, somebody run into it. But it doesn't look.
Crashed to me. I mean,
Okay, Kiki. This is.
unless she was talking about one end of it, because the other end, all the cups are all over the floor, but that other end was just fine.
The state that this house is in has me like, what the fuck? Exactly, Lonnie. It is a pigsty.
Okay, get back.
I don't know if they're still in here now. Really just I grabbed them. They're like
1370.
Yes, I saw the fans on the stairs.
Okay, stay back there, please. Slow down. Just come here. There's two. Looks like fatalities. Dude.
How did they get around that?
All right. Okay. Nobody's allowed to leave for now. Okay. Just stay here for me, please.
Anybody who doesn't question these people after this, I don't know what to tell you.
You know the. Okay. Here. Can you guys go over to the dumpster for me, please?
See, I have a hard time with this because all those people have sat there at the house or whatever, and the house clearly looks like they've had a party.
Hang on.
Okay, let's clear it.
What'd you say?
I said, this is so strange to me because you have all these cars there, right? And all these people that are there at the crime scene, right? But they claim that nobody, that only a certain amount of people were there, but the house looks like they've had a party.
Mm-hmm.
So
Literally in their statements, they say that nobody was at the house that night until they came home from the parties they were at. And then 3 of them were just in the living room watching TV until the rest of them got home. Number one, if you look at how that table, that beer pong table is positioned,
Mhm.
If somebody was coming out of that room, walking toward and going out the kitchen, they're going to have to walk around and come from the side of that table. So unless he is literally at her door when she opens it, she wouldn't even.
There's a lot of this that's not really making any sense.
Well, in a minute, she's going to tell you that she was screaming Kaylee's name the whole time. Or maybe she already did say that at the beginning. Hang on. Yeah, here. Listen to this.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone was in the room and she ran downstairs. And I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And then I saw the guy. I just locked the door and I ran downstairs. We don't know what's going on.
Just come here. There's two.
Right there, she just said that they were in the main room dancing. And that Kaylee went up the stairs, screamed that somebody was in the house, and then ran back down. And then she heard her screaming, and yes, that's Dylan. And she heard her scream and yell. So she jumped up and locked her door, but then she kept yelling, Kaylee. I'm telling you, this is some bullshit. Now, I'm going to rewind. I'll listen to this again. Listen to what she's saying again.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone was in the room and she ran downstairs. And I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And then I saw the guy. I just locked the door and I ran downstairs. We don't know what's going on.
Just come here. There's two. Looks like fatalities.
I heard her scream and she ran downstairs because she saw someone. That's what I'm pretty sure she said. Someone's here, and she screamed and just ran downstairs. And I called for her name, but I jumped up and locked my door because I was so scared. And then I heard someone in the bathroom, and I heard her crying, and I heard some guy say that you're gonna be okay, I'm gonna help you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy, and he was not insanely tall, but he was wearing all black and like this mask, which is covering his forehead and his mouth.
Okay, now hold on. What she just said is that she heard crying in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then she kept saying Kaylee's name constantly. Like she kept screaming out Kaylee's name. Old boy knew she was in there, knew she'd saw it, knew she was screaming Kaylee's name. But when she opened the door and he's right there on top of her, he does nothing.
Yeah, something.
He's literally within 3 feet of her and they lock eyes.
Well, I feel like if he was there to kill the people that he killed, wouldn't if he knows she's there and she's screaming and everything and he knows there's somebody there, why wouldn't he kill her too?
Exactly. Which is what I've been saying this entire time.
That doesn't even.
4 people in this house are literally butchered. And 2 people are left untouched completely. One of whom comes eye to eye with the killer. It makes absolutely no fucking sense. And I will never believe it. And I sure won't now. This just confirmed everything that I have thought since the beginning. Every single thing.
Something's not right. And I still can't believe that all those people that are standing out in that driveway just happened to show up that morning.
Okay, look at the stairs right here. Look at all of the cans and cups and trash on the stairs.
See, I'm sorry, but that's a party. I mean, I can't. I've had parties, a bunch of them in my house before, growing up when I was younger. Those are all remnants of a party.
Why did he plead guilty? To keep from facing a firing squad? I'm not saying that I don't think he was involved. I do. But I don't think he actually did the unaliving. And certainly not by himself.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Becky. I mean, if it happened the way it happened, I mean, whatever, but there's so much to this that makes you have more and more questions every time you see it.
Well, Alexis, according to them, they had not had a party. And there was nobody at the house the day before other than them. And then
That's
they
what
had a
they said.
guest there that night watching TV.
I think the reason he pled guilty or took the plea bargain is because I think ultimately he knew in his head that it's if you watch enough true crime and you see these types of things, there are people all day long that get convicted of crimes because if once somebody gets it in their mind that somebody's guilty, it's not, you can't change their perspective.
Exactly, Jan. The house was supposed to have been spotless because of the parent weekend. There's just so much about this that
Okay. I'll just start down here. Police department.
now this is when they're clearing the house.
Police department.
So this shows you what the house looks like. So the first door is the bathroom, and then right here at this door is like a laundry type room. And then at the end of the hallway is Bethany's room. Look at the
Police
state of
department,
this,
you're in here now,
state of
yourself.
this living room. Now this was supposed to have been dark.
Russell Police
Okay,
department.
okay, hold on. Okay, you see where he's standing right here? You see where he just came by that table and where he's standing right now? Directly to his left, you see that doorway that's open right there? That is Dylan's bedroom. Directly to the right is the entrance to the kitchen.
Yeah, it's just, and they're all that close in vicinity from him, from the guy who killed him, and nobody did anything
Girl
to
was
the
in
other
it.
one.
This is the room that Dylan was in with the door locked, she said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're that close to. I mean,
Where this girl's in the bathroom screaming and somebody's talking to her?
Hmm.
Yeah, my ass. Look at the kitchen. Look at the kitchen.
Clear here. Going up there.
This is going upstairs to Maddie and Taylor's room.
Police department.
We're on third floor, coming up. We got another. Russell Police department.
Dude.
Lost clear?
We're clear. Let me just secure the outside first.
Go
So
to the front door.
there's a back entry. I was going to start taping it all off.
Brian's taking the outside off.
Okay.
Where's the other?
There's two right
Okay, but I want you to look at this angle. Oh, hold on. Look at this angle right here. I thought this was interesting, actually. Not that. Shit. I'm gonna play this forward a minute. And what if he goes down the stairs?
Lost clear?
We're clear. Let me just secure the outside first.
Go
So
to the front door.
there's a back entry. I was going to start taping it all.
Okay. He's at the top of these stairs coming down. look at, you can see into the living room. If you're standing here at the top of these stairs, you can fully see anybody coming up from the bottom stairway. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a complete vantage point right here that anybody could have watched anybody going and coming in and out of this house. You would have seen anybody come in and out of the kitchen. You would have seen anybody come from the bottom floor. This is a vantage point that I did not realize existed until I saw this the first time a few minutes or a little bit ago. I didn't realize that the ceilings were this low that you could actually see down into.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she said she heard someone crash into the beer pong table.
Now I can see if they crashed into one end of it, maybe, because all the cups were on the floor, but the other end hasn't been touched.
But the thing about it is, if they're running like this and they crashed into that damn thing, everything on it would be, the table would have probably fell over. But those cups on the other end are just as neat as they can be. You see what I mean? If something crashed into that table with that much force, it would have knocked everything over. Those are solo cups.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would have, if they would have hit it hard enough to knock them in that one end off, the other end would have fell off too.
So there's so much that I've seen, and I haven't even watched all of this. There's so much that I've seen that just I'm more convinced now than ever. Something ain't right. If somebody had crashed into this with enough force to knock all that shit off in the floor like that, that whole damn table would have fell over. That ain't nothing but a damn card table. Them things are flimsy as fuck because I got 2 of them. And the question is, okay, so if that's the case, and she's running from upstairs down here, how did she get by that table?
So there's so much.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Around it and around the back end to get it to her bedroom.
Yeah, this is something that's not.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw this angle and I see how that table right there's placed, I'm like, how the fuck? There's no way they could have even gotten to her bedroom with that table like that. That table was put there after the fact. For what? And by who? And I think those cups were put there as well. I agree with you, sure, Jan. Now look.
I got in there.
I agree with you, Lynn. I want to pay attention to where this table's at when they go back into this living room. Look.
Mm-hmm.
Look at where this table is at. Look how neatly those cups are at the end of it. in order to have gotten to Xana's bedroom, you have to go past this table to the left down that hallway. And if she's running from upstairs down there and being chased or whatever, and Dylan says she's hearing a commotion and scuffling in the living room all the way down. I mean, how?
Because it's, I mean, the table's too far. How did, yeah.
Tell me how. Look at the shit in the floor right there, too.
Something ain't right.
Look how little room there is between that table and the walkway. On both sides, how little bit room there is to get through that doorway on either side. Exactly, Alexis. The lights would have had to have been on, and you would have to know exactly where you were going and where was what. And you think that somebody who just happened upon this house and came in, didn't know any of this stuff was there, and the whole house is fucking dark, did this in 16 minutes without knocking over that damn table and them cups are still sitting there?
Well, I've always wondered how the hell, because, okay, so whose room did he go to first and start to kill person? The first person he killed. Who was the first
They
one?
say that Maddie and Kaylee
Were the first two?
Yep.
So he's killed two people that didn't scream and nobody else heard it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That doesn't even make any. That itself doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, to people on the internet, it does.
How look? I'm sorry if I'm in a house with somebody, especially on the same floor as that person, and they're being stabbed to death. You're going to know they're being stabbed to death. They're not going to be just laying there silent, going, "Oh, okay," you know. And that didn't alert nobody in the house. That didn't. Sweet Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody was alerted to that. Nobody heard. Nothing. And nobody questions this.
Some do, like me, and then everybody else says that it's bullshit.
And it's not victim blaming or victim shaming or whatever the hell they say it is. It's common sense. If somebody is being murdered in a house with me, I'm going to know they're being murdered, and I could be in a dead sleep.
Look how close this girl was to them.
So that's what I'm saying. And there was, see, I kind of had an idea, and I really didn't pay that much attention to where their bedrooms were, and as far as in proximity of the other ones. But as close as they are together in proximity, you know damn well they heard them screaming. Making something had to have happened. I mean, if somebody's being murdered in a room, you're going to know it, especially that close together.
Here's the thing about it. Absolutely. These kids died absolutely brutal deaths.
Yes, no doubt.
Xana was stabbed 50 plus times. The one that was in this bedroom down here. Right there, behind that black thing. 50 plus times she was stabbed. And the majority of them was defensive wounds because she fought back like a damn hellcat. Her boyfriend, who was in the bed, had his throat slashed, his jugular slashed, and his subclavian artery was slashed. 3 of the 4 had their subclavian artery slashed. That is a very specific place.
Yeah,
I couldn't find that. on one person, most less 3
In the dark.
in the dark while they're fighting. Are you kidding me? And fighting with these girls, and there is not one wound on him. There's not a hair, not a fiber, nothing. But 3 of the 4 had wounds to their subclavian artery. Their subclavian artery was severed. And your subclavian artery is the artery that goes directly to your heart. That is the one that they use to put chemo ports in.
Yep.
Somebody knew exactly where to strike to inflict maximum damage. He wanted them completely immobile and subdued and done. And Ethan's neck, his carotid was also severed.
Well, depending on how bad it hit, like
Ethan was in bed, and his legs, both of his legs, had like huge gaping slashes to the bone down both legs.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. Look, a knife can do the stabbing. I get that, but I have a really hard time believing that a knife did that kind of. You understand what I'm saying? Did that kind of wounds to where, because he had to have. It had to have been one swift, quick motion for both of you. You understand what I'm saying? Because you think about it, it's both legs like that. He didn't do one leg at a time because that doesn't even make any sense. And to cut that fucking deep, you got to have either really sharp knife, or you got to have a bigger knife than what they're claiming he used.
I have the same exact knife that they said he used. Same exact knife.
I mean, that's. You know what I'm saying? Do
I think that it could do it? Yes. But here's my other issue. Their wounds are different. And I've had this issue since the first time the probable cause affidavit was put out in December of 2022. I have questioned the wounds since then because the officers described the wounds differently. Xana's wounds are different from Ethan's. Ethan had puncture wounds. Xana had slash wounds. Those are completely different motions.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
I also think that Ethan was in bed when he was killed. I think he was passed out drunk.
Well, I mean,
and I personally think that they incapacitated him. I think they got his neck first, his carotid, then his subclavian, and then I think they did his legs to make sure he couldn't get up. And I agree, Alexis. I think that it was 2 different people, at least.
But then again, you think about it too, and they're still saying 16 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of specific cuts and stabs.
Well, here's the thing. Now, you talking about 16 minutes. I'm talking about, okay, so they give this time frame 16 minutes from the time that the suspect vehicle is seen entering the area. Not then. Okay, so just listen. 16 minutes from the time the suspect vehicle is seen entering the area to the time the suspect vehicle is seen speeding away from the area. So at 4:04, the suspect vehicle is seen entering the area. At 4:20, it is seen speeding away. But the camera 50 feet from the outside of Xana's wall, which is this room behind this black spot here, 50 feet from her bedroom wall, a security camera started picking up footage of thuds, dogs barking, screams at 4:17.
For 3 minutes. I mean, that's
3 minutes to unalive 2 people and then get around this shit, walk by her, who's standing at the door looking at him, out the back door, not leave one footprint, not one drop of blood anywhere. There's no blood on this floor. We're looking at the crime scene right now. Where is the fucking blood? There should have been blood all over this house.
Yeah, because you start cutting subclavian arteries, that's a lot of blood.
Where's the blood? He should have been covered from head to toe in blood.
You cut 4 people's subclavian arteries, and one of them was carotid. That's a lot of blood.
Breezy, I've said that from the beginning. I think that this was a message. And I think that the people who were meant to be killed were killed. The exact people. I don't think any of them were collateral damage. I don't think that Xana interrupted them and she was killed because of that. I think that all 4 people who were killed intentionally. The only place that there's blood and smears, Lyndon, is in the bedrooms. Those are the only places where there are blood spots and smears, except on the handrail going down to the first floor.
Check with the prince.
Stop FaceTime. Leave.
Look at that. Did you just see that?
Yeah.
That is the duffel bag that we just found out was found in the backyard. An empty duffel bag.
Or
Exactly, Breezy. No blood outside of the bedrooms, but there's a latent footprint. Latent footprint. One latent footprint was found directly outside Dylan's bedroom door. One.
Well, that don't make any damn sense. One
Out of the entire crime scene,
all that blood. You have one footprint.
One latent footprint is found. And for those of you who don't know what latent means, what that means is basically invisible to the naked eye. So, for instance, like if you step in something and then the further you walk, the less is left.
Yeah.
That's what it means. You can't see it with the naked eye. And they didn't find it until the second time they went through the crime scene. They tested
Which makes no sense.
and it was blood. It was tested. It was blood. But when you test it, it makes it impossible to test. One footprint directly in front of her bedroom door that was latent. So you couldn't see it with the naked eye. What I have said since the beginning is that they missed part of it. I think they cleaned the whole damn place up. I think they cleaned the footprints up. I think that's why there was only one latent print that they found in front of her door. I think that is one that they missed. Because unless Peg Leg Pete has been beamed down from a damn spacecraft somewhere, or they're riding a hoverboard and step down on one foot. What the fuck?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That in itself doesn't make any sense, because if that's a latent footprint by the door, that means there would have had to been multiple footprints to get to that point.
I know. I've said that since jump. I've been saying this since freaking December of 2022.
I hate to say this because it just, but let's just say for shits and giggles, he happened to be like, say for instance, he happened to be somebody they met at some point just through friends, right? And they happened to be at that party or whatever, and something kind of went crazy or off or whatever, because you see it all the time. And and something happened, and they're putting it on him and don't want to talk because what if somebody else was involved they were friends with or something? They don't want, you know, them to find out that it was their friend. So he's just kind of the fall guy.
No, Alexis, if they cleaned all those footprints properly with the right substances, you wouldn't be able to see it with luminol. If they cleaned it efficiently, you would not be able to see, you would not be able to find it with luminol. And it was a latent print. So, I mean, it was barely visible, barely recognizable. I have not seen the footprint yet. I have not found anything about the footprint in any of the records that have been released to date. And I just went through 500 pages of documents that were released by the Idaho State Police. I literally just finished them this afternoon. 500 pages of documents. That is correct, Breezy. If you clean blood with peroxide, you will not be able to see it with luminol because it kills the antibodies that the luminol picks up. You're
There's
on to
nothing else
something, in
out
my
there.
opinion.
You want me to go back there and start IDing
Yes,
people? Okay, I'm going to start IDing all them. It's a
Exactly, Jackie. Several of the officers said that there was an overwhelming scent of cleaning products. And the girls said that's because they cleaned for Parents' Weekend. Where?
yeah, thank you.
No, you're good.
Hang in there, brother. Okay.
Did they tell you anything? They much last night at 4 a.m. We were in the main room.
This is one of the.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone was in the room and she ran downstairs. And I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And then I saw the guy. I actually locked the door and I ran downstairs. We don't know what's going on.
Can you come here with me, please?
Now, this one that has been telling all this bullshit, whose story has changed 15,000 fucking times, has now got a GoFundMe for over $100,000. Now, they were supposed to be upstairs in their bedrooms, and she just said they were in the main room dancing. Who was? Who was in the main room dancing?
I was about to say, who was dancing with you?
And then she said Kaylee went upstairs and said, "Oh my God, there's somebody in the room," and can't come run back down. Yet, in the documents, in the court documents, it plainly says that Kaylee's bed, somebody had been in it because the cover was pulled down, like somebody got out of bed and left the dog in the room, which is what I've said from the beginning. I personally think that the reason that Kaylee had the most damage, because she was beat the fuck out of. Her face was unrecognizable. They knocked teeth out of her mouth. She was beat the fuck out of and stabbed. Kaylee, in my personal opinion, was asleep or in bed in her bedroom with her dog. She heard something in Maddie's bedroom, got up to see what it was, left the dog in the bedroom, and interrupted whatever they were doing to Maddie. A fight ensued, which is why she has defensive wounds and Maddie does not. And they beat the ever-loving shit out of her. And also, now you would think that if Maddie was killed first, she would be closest to the wall, right? And they're fighting with Kaylee, so she would be closer to the outside because she's the person that they killed second. I mean, that's what I would think. But that's not how they were positioned. Kaylee was up next to the wall, and Maddie was on the outside, and the knife sheath was on the bed next to Maddie's side. Upstairs. But this girl has said now twice that Kaylee ran downstairs. But Kaylee's upstairs next to the wall.
I'm gonna tell you something else too. They were talking about the touch DNA on the snap on that knife sheath. If they were cleaning this stuff up and he accidentally touched that, that's all it would take.
I know. There ain't a footprint in this house. There ain't nothing in this house. Nothing outside these bedrooms. And this knife sheath is laying beside two bloody bodies, and there's no blood on the knife sheath, just touch DNA on the button flap that they had to test twice to find.
And if somebody was in there killing somebody, I don't think that they would have, like, if somebody broke into a house.
Why the hell would you have a knife in a sheath?
Like that, and you wouldn't leave stuff like that behind. Even if you were walking,
I don't think that they had a hatred for them. This is not okay. Again, this is my opinion. The way, and I've said this, and y'all know, those of you who've listened to me about this since the beginning, no, I've said this since then. This crime scene was clinical almost. And what I mean by that is that the amount of violence that happened in this house, there should have been blood, DNA, hair, fiber, everything, every fucking where. And from the one person who was supposed to have committed these crimes in 16 minutes, there is not one hair, not one fiber, not one piece of DNA anywhere in the house or on any of the victims other than touch DNA on the button flap of a knife sheath that wasn't found until after 4 p.m. Yet all of these officers that we're seeing right now have already been in that room, and they didn't notice a knife sheath when it is obvious that these 4 victims were killed by a sharp force weapon? How? How? Something ain't right. And it ain't been right.
Break Fire 3170. Could you guys grab some blankets for all these people out here?
Oh, okay.
Nope. Just come over here with me, please. Okay. Just give me 1 second, please. I'm going to get your name and information. Just 1 second. We'll get you a blanket and stuff, all right? Thanks, guys. Yeah, that'd be good for now, and then maybe the big white blankets whenever you move on. Actually, you guys probably just hang on to this whenever. Is that ambulance on its way?
No, they got it.
Okay. We would like a blanket right now. It's temporary. Does anybody like one for your feet to stand on? Okay. I'll let you. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if that ambulance shows up, that'd be great too. Grab some blankets. Yeah, 1 second, man. Let me just grab all your guys' info. They're warmer. Okay. I know she was barefoot, so I was hoping to get something for her, but thank you very much. Thanks, boss.
Good question, Amateur.
Okay, what's your last name? And your first name? And your middle name? What's a good phone number to reach out?
Okay, so let me stop this for just a minute, because one thing that I'm extremely puzzled about, and I have been since the beginning, is, well, and not since the beginning, but since we found out about this, but Bethany, who is supposed to be downstairs asleep on the bottom floor, said that she was woke up by a bang and a flash that she saw underneath her bedroom door. Now, she is on the very bottom floor at the end of the hallway. So how in the hell did she see what was flashing and banging? She thought it was a firework. What? A bang and a flash that she says sounded like a firework.
A flash and a bang.
Yes. Hold on. Let me read it. I'll read it to you. Hold on. Oh shit, that ain't it. Oh. I have to find the right one. There's so many of these damn documents here. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, so they give any explanations to why these people were there at the crime scene whenever the police showed up? She's searching for a document. Stop.
Oh my God.
What?
I knocked my damn self off trying to find something.
So I said
Shit.
you must be searching for a document.
I did.
It fell off.
Call me Dickie. Shit. But I found it.
Hey, you're a lot quicker than she is.
I know, right? I know these documents inside and out. All right, right here it said, and this is document number 3 that came from the Moscow Police Department. This says that Bethany said she woke up in her bedroom, which was located on the first floor, to a sound she described as a firecracker and a flash. She initially thought the sound was a prank. And then she goes on to say in other interviews that the flash was under the bedroom door and that it sounded like a firecracker.
What?
But now you have to remember, her bedroom is on the bottom floor and is all the way underneath the stairs from the living room. Her bedroom is directly underneath the living room. So she wouldn't have been able to see a flash from upstairs because her bedroom is completely covered. So what the fuck did she see underneath her door?
Good question.
And in case, okay, so let me see where I'm at on this. Hold on. So I'm at 14 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going back to her bedroom. Hold on.
Police department.
Okay, you see this wall right here?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the stairs that go up to the first floor. This
Yeah.
wall goes all the way to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Her bedroom is at the end of this hallway in the direction this officer's walking. So there's absolutely no way that she would have seen a flash under her door from upstairs. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. There's a whole ass wall on the way.
It goes all the way to the ceiling. So what the fuck did she see underneath her door?
Good question.
That woke her up out of a dead sleep.
I don't know. I think they were having a party and something.
Well, and Brian Koberger and his attorney also said that Bethany was withholding exculpatory evidence that would exonerate him.
And they didn't like question her about it or anything.
They never went to court.
I know, but you would think that.
They
I mean,
tried.
because I'm sure.
She would not come back to Idaho. They had to do their interview by video with her. She would not come back to the state to be questioned.
See, that in itself is.
Neither one of them would.
That in itself is fishy as hell.
All of their interviews after the fact were done by video or by phone. They would not come back to the state of Idaho.
See, something that doesn't make any sense either. That's fishy in itself. If they had nothing to hide, why wouldn't they come back?
Good question. Where did I say I was at?
14 minutes.
No, I don't really know. I just saw my friend when I called because we were so scared.
And your middle name? What's a good phone number to reach out? Okay. And is this your address?
Yes.
What's that address?
1122 King Road.
Is your driver's license right?
Yes.
Okay. How much have you seen in that?
No, I don't really know. I just saw my friend when I called because we were so scared. We're like, can you please come help us? And that's all I saw. Told us not to go in. That man right there. That helped show you around.
We did go in there.
Yeah, and that's when he told us you need to call the cops right now.
Do you mind just waiting over there for me, please? Okay. When now I overheard you talking about last night.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to, the more we know right now, the better. We start this process.
Yeah.
Somebody will probably be revisiting this interview with you very soon. Again, okay. So just you're probably gonna have to retell the story quite a bit.
That's fine.
All right. What do you remember seeing? What started?
I remember I was in my room and I was trying to go to bed and I heard Kaylee, who ex-girlfriend who has a dog in her.
Real fast. Which one is your room?
Kaylee.
Which one is your room?
Oh,
What room are you in?
They redact the craziest shit.
I know. What is? I mean,
It's really odd to me that they redacted this.
You were in that room?
My room, not Xana's room. My room.
And your room is this one right here?
Next to the stairs. That one is Xana's room.
Second floor room.
Second floor.
Okay.
All I heard was I heard go upstairs. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now because she's going upstairs.
And you heard who go upstairs?
Kaylee and the dog Murphy.
And upstairs to the very top?
Yeah, that's where her room is.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I heard her walking up. I heard her scream, and she ran downstairs because she saw someone. That's what I'm pretty sure she said. Someone's here, and she screamed and just ran downstairs. And I called for her name.
Okay. All right. Now, this makes absolutely no fucking sense. She is saying that Kaylee and Murphy were in the living room dancing. Maddie was upstairs. Kaylee goes upstairs with the dog, says there's somebody up here, screams, and runs back down the stairs. Where does she go? Into the beer pong table?
well then, okay. So you said that Kelly's room is upstairs on the very top floor, right?
Yeah, and they were found in the same room. Kaylee and Maddie were in Kaylee's bedroom. And Kaylee, the one who she just said ran back down the stairs, is the one who's closest to the wall. She's also the one whose face was beat in.
So she ran downstairs to say with the dog to say that somebody's in the house. So she ran back up the stairs to Maddie's room.
Hold on. She doesn't say the dog came back down. She just says she came back down.
I know, but did she run back up the stairs to Maddie's room? I mean, what's going on here?
Or did they move her back up there? And is that why her body's closest to the wall? Because I have a problem with the body position of the two of them.
Yeah.
And anybody who knows anything about forensics should have a problem with it. Because how do you have the person who's beaten the worst, but who was killed the last, closest to the wall? Exactly, I'm a Clover. She's scared enough to jump up and lock her door and to keep screaming her roommate's name, but does abso-fucking-lutely nothing. The more this chick talks, the madder I get.
I jumped up and locked my door because I was so scared. And then I heard someone in the bathroom, and I heard her crying, and I heard some guy say that you're going to be okay, I'm going to help you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy, and he was not insanely tall, but he was wearing all black and like this mask that was just covering his forehead and his mouth. And I locked the door, and I called, and I didn't know what to do.
This was at 4
a.m., yes. Okay. And so then I just ran down to
you left here?
I left my room down to she's that one with the white blinds at the very bottom. Okay. I ran down there and we talked, and we just locked the door. We didn't think anything of it. We're like, nothing happens in Moscow, so we just like tried to go to bed. And then we woke up, and it was weird because none of our roommates were up, and we called all of them. They were not waking up, and so me and like, this is weird. So I called and come over, and then that's when all this happened.
Who all lives here with you?
Me. That woman right there.
No, Ethan's wounds weren't. Okay.
Santa is the girl.
Ethan's wounds were not different than the others. The only thing different about Ethan's wounds were the wounds on his legs. The others, him and 3 of them had the exact same wounds. Absolutely, Mary. 3 of them had punctures to their subclavian artery, which is an absolutely specific type of wound.
Is the girl that this one?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you spell her name?
Xana.
Do you know if she has a middle name?
Alexis, I think.
Do you know what her last name is?
Krenodal. K. I don't know how to spell it really. K. You know? R-N-O-D-L.
K-A-E-R.
K-E-R.
K-E-R.
N-O.
N-O.
L-E.
D-L-E. Okay.
X-A-N-A.
X-A-N-A. Okay.
Ethan lives in there. He doesn't actually live here, but he's here like almost all the time.
There's a male that lives here, and
he doesn't actually live here. He's in the room with Xana, I believe.
He's in there right now.
But he doesn't live here, but he's here a lot. And then there's Maddie, Mogan, and Kaylee up top. I don't know where they're at though.
Maddie.
Mogan. Maddie Mogan and
Maddie
Kaylee,
Mogan.
Yeah.
And who?
Kaylee Goncalves. She's the girl that I was talking about, Kaylee, who I just heard her go upstairs and bring that back downstairs.
Okay. And the guy that lives here, his name was what? He's usually
Ethan.
Ethan. And you knew he was here this morning?
No, I didn't know. I had no idea he was here.
Okay. All right. Describe the guy that you saw.
I don't think he was a little bit taller than me, and I couldn't really see much of him, but I'm almost positive he was wearing a full black outfit, and he had this mask that was just over his forehead and over his mouth, and he didn't say anything to me, like, at all. I just shut the door and locked it, because I didn't know what to do, and I think he went out, like, the side door, the sliding door in the kitchen that goes out to the backyard.
Okay.
And then I didn't know anything else, so I called, and I was like, I just need to come downstairs and find you because I don't know where anyone else is. And I called Maddie, I called Dana, I called Kaylee, no one would answer.
Okay. All right. For Xana, do you know how old she is?
She's 20.
Is she in a sorority house?
Yeah, not anymore.
Okay. She's a student at UVI?
Yes.
Do you have any contact information for her parents?
No.
It's okay. Well,
okay.
we can get that eventually.
Her dad's name.
And then Ethan. E-T-H-A-N.
And Chapin, C-H-A-P-I-N.
Hey, real fast. She's saying this morning around 4, there's a guy, black mask, was in there. She didn't recognize him. When she heard girls screaming upstairs, she got scared, locked herself in the room, and then the screaming all stopped. She's pretty sure that this masked person went out that back.
And all of this screaming she heard, she didn't think to call 911.
And right now, I'm getting all victim information. She knows where the 2 girls are up there.
But sometimes you really trust me with that. I mean,
they just have 4 people.
Why didn't anybody else do this? That's what I think.
Whose dog? Who owns a dog?
terrified to me.
You personally
Okay.
getting
Since she knows a bunch of the people who are all living here, I'm getting all their names, and then I'll finish collecting all their information. Okay. How old is Ethan?
I apologize. There's a door downstairs next to the bathroom that's got a padlock on or a lock on it. You guys,
We don't know.
okay. Who has access to that room? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not something you guys normally do.
No, we have no idea what it is.
Thank you guys.
So Ethan, how old is Ethan?
I believe he just turned 20.
20. And it's Chapin, Chapin.
Yes, I believe.
Okay. Do you happen to know either of their date of birth?
No, I know knows Sienna's date of birth.
Okay. No worries. And Ethan's also a U of I student?
Yes, he is.
And you don't see him here right now? You see, but pretty sure he was in that room.
I think so. I think it's what told me. I don't know for sure.
All right. And then the two additional roommates that aren't here right now,
They're not.
that aren't here with you,
Yeah.
what are their names?
Maddie Mogan, MADDIEMOGEN. And then Kaylee, KAYLEE. Goncalves, GONCLAVES. I think that's how you spell it.
How old is Maddie?
Or 21 or 22. I can't remember. They're both over 21, but I don't know exactly.
I think so. How old is Kaylee?
Over 21. I believe she's 21 or 22. Sorry, I don't remember.
It's okay. You're doing great. You know, okay? I'm asking a lot of you, so I appreciate you.
I'll say anything.
You're doing very well.
Do you know if the other two girls are upstairs or not?
Right now, what we got to do is we got to process this whole thing.
That makes sense.
I don't know what I'd be permitted to tell you
That's fine.
right now.
That's
Okay.
fine. I understand.
Okay, let's go back. I just want to make sure we're getting everything. So you're sure at about 4 this morning?
Yes, it was 4:10.
You first noticed a guy.
Well, I first noticed Kaylee go upstairs and scream and run downstairs.
So 4 this morning, went upstairs
Yeah.
to the way top.
Yes, to her room with Murphy the dog.
Okay,
And
and
then
then you heard Kaylee scream.
I heard her scream and run as fast as she could downstairs. And she said, "Someone's here."
She ran downstairs.
Yes, I could hear. You can hear everything. Pretty much. I heard her run downstairs really fast. And then I heard Murphy barking a lot.
Okay.
And then I heard her going to I think it was the bathroom, and I remember her sobbing, and I just remember hearing this guy's voice that I didn't recognize saying, "You're gonna be okay, I'm gonna help you," but it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it wasn't in like a nice way, it was like a weird way, like a weird tone.
You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear anything from Kaylee anymore at that
No,
point?
after that I didn't hear anything. So then I kept calling for her name. I called on my phone, I called Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee, none of them answered. So then I opened up the door to look, and that's when I saw the guy pass by. He looked at me, but he didn't come towards me or say anything, which was really confusing to me. I don't understand that. And I'm pretty sure he went out the side door. And then I called and said she thought maybe there was a fire or like a firework. We didn't know. She heard this loud noise and there was a light, I guess.
Did you hear like a pop, like a bang?
I don't know. Did you hear it bang?
It's what she heard.
Okay.
That's what she heard.
Okay, never mind. You stay there. I didn't hear that.
Hey, where are you going right now?
I'm just going to pick up my phone.
Okay. Where's your friend live? To the left, please.
Yeah, I can move.
Okay.
I don't think I ever heard a bang. I didn't think anything about fire or firework.
Or a
until I
gunshot.
told her.
or
I don't
anything.
think I heard anything of that, but I also was kind of in and out of it because I was so scared and I was really tired. And that's when I called And I told her, I need to come to your room because she was the only one that was answering me. So I just ran down there. And for a second I stopped and I saw Xana passed out. And I thought maybe she was just like sleeping or something. I didn't think anything because I was so out of it. And I went into the room and we just fell asleep. And then we woke up this morning and no one was waking up at all. Like no one was answering, which was really weird because all of us wake up around like 9 or 10. And then I called the girl to come check. And he came here first. And I told him what happened, and then I looked in the room, and he said, they needed to get out and call the cops.
Okay. The guy that you saw, and it was dark, right? Or were there lights on in the house?
I think there were lights on in the house, I believe.
Okay.
I don't really know what he looked like, because he had a mask, but he wasn't, like, super tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". I think it was maybe my height an inch or two higher or lower. I can't really remember.
So about 6 foot.
Hold on, what? Did I hear that right? Did you hear that? Jax, are you going to sleep? What the fuck? Hold on. I was sitting over here thinking I was crazy. Hold on. I'm playing this shit again.
Answering, which was really weird, because all of us wake up around like 9 or 10. And then I called the girl to come check. And he came here first. And I told him what happened. And then I looked in the room, and he said, they need to get out and call the cops.
Okay. The guy that you saw, and it was dark, right? Or were there lights on in the house?
I think there were lights on in the house, I believe.
Okay.
I don't really know what he looked like because he had a mask, but he wasn't like super tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". I think it was maybe my height an inch or two higher or lower. I can't really remember.
So about 6 foot.
I think so. Around there.
Okay. How was he built? Fat, skinny, stocky?
More like skinny, but like basketball player kind of skinny. Like not too skinny, but like almost fit skinny in a way. That's what I think. I don't know for sure.
And then the voice, he said, when he said those words, you didn't recognize that voice before.
I didn't recognize him or his voice. I mean, I couldn't see him, but I didn't recognize that voice at all. It didn't even cross my mind if that could be.
Did you guys have a party last night too? Or?
Not tonight, but there was and we had like a formal thing beforehand. That was 2 days ago.
Okay. Is there anything that popped out about that event that was concerning?
No, I mean, I went to because Ethan, he is with my friend Xana, and who are dating, and Xana went there. I was there for a little bit, and then I went to my friend's house down the street, and then I came back home with my friend. Everything was fine, nothing weird at all, nothing suspicious until 4 a.m.
Okay. All right. I don't think I have any more questions for you right now.
Okay, if you do decide.
Somebody else will be talking to you.
Sounds good.
So let's grab that. Let's go back over there.
Okay.
All right. Who else lives here? Can I get your last name, please? Okay. Hey. Okay, do you mind hanging out here, please?
It's pissing me off, I'm a Clover. And they're redacting the stupidest shit.
You said, okay. Can you spell that for me? Do you have a middle name? What's your date of birth? What's a good phone number to reach you at? And then is your driver's license through what state? What state is your driver's license through? Do you have a room that's assigned to you here? When you go in?
No one else knows.
Were you here last night? Okay. Is it okay if you walk over to my car with me and we can talk over there?
Listen to this.
Okay. I'll tell you the same thing I told her. She was probably going to be talking to a lot of people, retelling the same story. So,
Am I still allowed to go home soon?
we can't hold you forever. Okay. So we'll cross that bridge when.
Did you hear what the fuck she just said? Oh no, they know they're dead now. They know they're dead, I'm a Clover. She just said, am I still going to get to go home for Thanksgiving? Why the fuck would you ask that? If you're not guilty of anything, why wouldn't you be able to go home for Thanksgiving? Four of your friends are upstairs dead. Unfucking believable, these two.
Get started. And the detectives will work with you guys to get a hold of you however we best can. Okay. So you were here last night. What time frame were you here through now? Were you here the whole time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What time did you get here last night?
Can I check?
Yeah. And while you do that, I'll turn off my lights here. I'll be right back. I forgot you were here, man. Do you still want to hang out here?
I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know how much I'm allowed to disclose right now. We're processing what's going on in the scene. As soon as we know for sure, we can tell you guys what's going on. We absolutely will. I know it sucks to be in the dark with this, but okay. And what's your relationship again? Okay. Yeah, man. As soon as I know we're able to fill you in on what's going on, we'll let you know. Okay. Like I said, you're welcome to get out at any point. If you want to hang out in here, you can because it's warm. If not, you want to hang out with him, you're gonna hang out outside too. Okay. Tell you what, I'll just crack the door. I'll try to not lock it on you, so if you need to get water. We can start. Yeah, we can see if somebody can bring some of that stuff by. Okay.
That is Kaylee's ex-boyfriend. He walked up after they first found the bodies and was asking what was going on. And at that point, this dude didn't know what was happening, so he put him in the back of the car to keep him separated from the girls. No, they don't think he had something to do with it.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so what time were you here last night?
Like 1:24 or something in the morning.
Today?
Yeah.
1:24 you got here? Okay, what was going on at about 1:24?
And our friend watching Vampire Diaries on the car.
You and... Okay. Watching Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
You...
And then she's just one of my friends.
Okay.
I'm sitting over there fighting just talk.
Oh, okay. All female.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you guys watching Vampire Diaries out in this main, the second level? Okay, and then for how long?
I don't know. And then Maddie and Caleb came home from the club. And then we all hung out in Caleb's room for a little.
So Maddie and Kaylee were at the club.
Yeah.
You know how long they were there? Probably till closing at least.
I don't know. They went to drug truck afterwards.
Drug truck. Okay, and then they came home at about what time? It's okay. You're doing great. So they did get home at 2?
Yes.
How do you know that?
I just have a picture of Kelly's room with Murphy.
Okay, then what happened after that?
And then me and Maddie took out Murphy, and then
Murphy's the dog?
yeah,
Okay.
and then I
Amy
went
and
inside
Tiffany.
to go to bed, and she was still taking him out. And then I was in my bed, like about to go to sleep, and Maddie just said that she lost Murphy. Like she was like, and was wondering if he was with me, and I just said no, and then I went to bed.
And what time do you think you fell asleep?
Maybe 2:30, 3.
Okay, what time did you wake up at all between 2 and...
I heard something like loud and Murphy like bark. Like usually like he barks at things. And then I thought I saw like a firecracker, so I thought someone maybe was just drunk and like put a firecracker in the house. But I wasn't even really sure because I was kind of still asleep, so I wasn't sure if it was like real.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I had listening to a couple things at a time. Loud, you thought you saw a firecracker because of a quick flash?
Yeah, through like my door, but I was like still half asleep, so I don't know if it was like real. I thought it was maybe a dream.
Okay. And then did you ever like pick up your phone to see what time that was? Or?
Okay. Oh, maybe I might have called her and asked her what was happening because sometimes we hear things and I'll call her and be like, oh, what was happening? She's usually just pooping.
Okay.
Do you guys recognize all these vehicles in here?
Yeah. I tried to call Maddie and Ethan and Jana and all them at like 4:20.
So you called
I tried to call all of them. And
Maddie?
Answering, but
at what time?
4:30 and 4:22. And then 4:21.
Okay.
And then Ethan at 4:22. And then Kaylee at 4:31. I thought they were close.
4:31.
Yeah.
So no answer, and then did you go to sleep after that?
Yeah, I just kind of fell asleep again. I was like half awake.
Okay. And then what throughout your day did you got up at what time today?
I like woke up. My jaw was feeling really bad. I took some Advil at like 6 or 7, and then I just went back to bed. So I figured no one would be up anyways. I'm like, I didn't wake up until we called you guys.
Okay.
Yes, I'm clear.
Moscow 70, can I get the time this call was generated? Copy, thank you. Alright. Do you remember seeing anybody in there that
I
went
went to the
along?
downstairs the whole time with my door locked. So that's why I always think of it. So I'm scared. I didn't really hear anything either. I thought they were just being like loud and making things.
Very typical.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any parent contact information for?
I know Maddie's.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. I know her boyfriend.
Okay. What's Maddie's boyfriend's name?
You know the last name.
Is anybody having any issues with any boys?
Mm-hmm. He lives in Boise.
Okay. So he wouldn't be up here right now. And then I was talking to you about the formal stuff, right?
No, that was
Those are, okay, so you guys had a formal.
For formal yesterday.
Mm-hmm. No issues? Okay, everybody got along? All right. And you were out here when I rolled up?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if I have any other questions for you right now. Okay. I appreciate that you did very well recalling as things become more clear. Write them down or something so you don't forget. Sound like a good plan? Like I said, some other people are going to be talking here. And then we'll make sure everybody has the detective's case number or the detective information, and so that you can reach out to us if anything comes to mind, and not just wait for us to reach out to you. That makes sense? Okay. Physically, are you doing fine otherwise? Okay. All right. We'll go back there. Thank you very much. Does anybody else live here? Okay. Who, by show of hands, who was all here when I got here? Sorry to talk to you too. Okay. All right. One second. So, Maddie and Kaylee were at the club last night. They got grub truck after. Don't know if they ran into anybody that maybe had issues there. They just had a formal the other day when without a hitch. There was no issues at formal, so that there's nobody that they should be having bad blood. So obviously follow up need to be done at the club and the drug truck at the very least. I did a very preliminary interview with the two people that live here and that were here last night. Everybody else I'm about to identify was not here last night, but was here in the parking area when I rolled up, so I'll just get their information. Perfect.
Anybody asked, is any of these cars belong to these guys?
Ryan asked, sounds like they recognize all these vehicles to include some of the ones down there.
If they ask, and these can leave for the time being.
Okay.
We need to start, once Tyson gets here, we'll start figuring out how to get them somewhere along.
Yeah. A couple of them did ask about like bottles of water or something. I don't know if there's anybody logistically that can work that out. We can call UMass.
I have a couple bottles in the car.
So I know would be willing to help out however they can.
Okay, I'll go grab those out of my car.
Okay.
And then
They keep asking what's the status of all four people. I don't tell them we're figuring it out.
They all know.
If they ask, dude. Okay.
He did. I'm a Clover. He just said, "Oh, they all know." He literally just said, "Oh, they all know."
Hi. What's your name? What? Okay. Mind just hanging out with them for a second?
This whole redacting shit. Ugh.
If you can free someone up and go back and just start on some. I've got ISP on standby already. I've got a call in Dustin. I'll call Payne. We need to talk to everyone. So we get Dustin and Payne working on that. So I'll call Payne now. I'll call Darren and get him.
We have family members walking up for Ethan, the male. Where do you want me to set them?
I will talk to them. Can you start with this one?
Okay.
You have this information.
What are we trying to just to search this residence?
Yep.
Okay.
So you talk to you. Hey, I just talked to our shift sergeant. the guy back and start on the search
Calling
warrant right now.
And then the last calls too, this is the
So
timestamps
we're
pretty
gonna
good.
need some help.
Right after it happened, is at 4:21, 4:22, 4:30. She made these phone calls immediately after the bang.
Okay. Trying to call the people that are in
Yes.
and no one answered.
And no one answered.
Perfect.
Do we want to shut this down so Travis not going through?
Probably I can do that. All right. Thanks, Darren. All right.
Sounds like there possibly was one after the fire after.
Okay.
We haven't seen any obvious gunshot wound here, so we're leaving today. And then, what did your lady say about someone coming in, seeing somebody come in?
4, she saw a guy masked, about 6 foot, skinny built like a basketball player. She described. Said that he had a just full black mask, see like a ski mask.
What time?
At about 4. Immediately after, she yelled and said, "There's someone in the house." This girl ran, locked herself in her room. Could hear a roommate that was upstairs, Kaylee. Somehow she was able to discern that it was Kaylee screaming. Then she could hear this masked man saying, "Sorry."
Let me call Brett.
She could hear him say, "You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna help you." And then no.
Shut off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something that was like that. Nope, they weren't.
Anything else you want from me for now? I can just start heading back.
Yeah,
So,
start
okay.
back.
Search warrant. As far as the search warrant goes.
Good description of the place.
Okay.
Get a couple photos and describe everything.
Okay.
What are you doing? Well, get into town. We've got a quadruple homicide. Yeah, it's 1122 Spring Road. Right.
Yep, sounds good. And then I gotta grab my phone. You're looking for any shell casings, knives, or just any indicia weapons used.
Weapons, signs of force, or tools to break into building, electronic devices, etc., etc.
Okay. I'll
Main thing is
start
just get
getting the rough.
Just get the body of it.
Okay.
This date, this time, we were dispatched here.
Okay.
Prosecutor, when you get a hold of the on-call prosecutor, tell them what we got.
Exactly, I'm a
working
flavor.
on a search warrant and the nature of it, and then we'll go from there. They'll have a long list.
Okay. Do you want these are the victims' names?
I don't know them at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to probably do a quick walkthrough and then go back.
Okay.
I'll meet you to these things.
I haven't finished IDing everybody here. I'll let Shane know so he can delegate that to somebody else. Hey, boss, I got to get going to start some paperwork back at the station. So I imagine you don't want to go with me. I'll have you stay here. And like I said, we'll let you know as soon as we can fill you in, okay?
And that's it. Or that's all they've released thus far. I have more questions now than I did before. many more questions than I did before. I don't even know what to think. Really, I don't even know what to think. That was, mm. I just can't wrap my brain around a lot of it. I know, Bluebell, I know. Nobody can say now that, oh, she meant Xana. No, she didn't. She was very specific. Very specific. Yeah, they're hiding stuff. Question is why and what? I know, I'm a Clover. I got a lot more questions now than I did before. If anybody else wants to come up, here's the link. I'm gonna get me something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. I don't know, I'm just having a really hard time with these girls. I've had a hard time with it the whole time, but I'm having a really hard time with this whole now Kaylee. Now, we have not heard one thing about this in 3 years, almost 3 years. Never once in any of the information that's been put out or in any of the court documents, nothing has it ever said in any of Dylan's statements that Kaylee and Murphy were in the living room dancing. Something's just, I don't know, the way this whole thing has been handled makes absolutely zero sense. Zero. I don't know, their behavior was just so weird. And that was not the behavior of kids who were I don't know. Something just ain't right. At all. So, I don't get it, y'all. I want to beat my head into a wall.
Well, I don't know what the world you were doing.
I'm over here just, whoa, this is pissing me off. Like, it is no secret that I have always had issues with Dylan's statements. That's never been a secret. The problem with this situation is I have even more questions about Dylan.
Yeah, because I don't know. There's something not right about that. Well, I always thought there wasn't something right about her, but her account of things they don't add up either.
No. And where the hell does this living room shit come from? And where the fuck were they dancing? Because there ain't hardly a place in the floor.
Yeah.
Even move around. Were they dancing on top of the damn beer pong table? I'm being serious.
No. That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing too. I mean, like, you brought up the fact of you think that maybe that Ethan was drunk or to the point where he was passed out or whatever. I mean, if they weren't having a party, what were they drinking? You know what I'm saying? Wow.
Well, they said that they had all came from a party at another place.
Yeah.
That there had been multiple parties that night, and they all got home at different times, from different parties. But then in the documents that came out from the Idaho from Moscow, Dylan says, and Bethany also says, that Ethan and Xana had been snorting Adderall.
But wouldn't Adderall make them hyper or?
Well, that's what I thought too.
I mean, it wouldn't make him incapacitated to where he couldn't move around.
That's what it just. I agree, Diana. I think so more than ever now. You know, I've never bought into the theory that there was a cleanup job. I just thought that was just conspiracy shit. But I'm telling you, I'll be damned if I ain't starting to think so. Because after seeing that house and the lack of blood,
But how chaotic and dirt. See, I have so many questions. Like, and I hate to be that person, but like, what if they had a party and people were over there that they didn't know, and some stuff kicked off, and some stuff happened, and they were afraid to get in trouble because there was drugs involved. I mean, they could. There's so many different scenarios. You know what I mean?
yeah, I can too, Breezy. I take my Adderall and I can go to sleep. It calms me down, which is what it's supposed to do if you need it.
But if they were snorting, I doubt there's usually they needed something like that.
Well, no, I sure as shit don't snort it.
That's what I'm saying.
My name's
If
not
you're snorting
Scooby.
up your nose, if you're snorting up your nose, 9 times out of 10, it's not something that's prescribed to you. That you need.
Just saying. I agree. I'm a Clover, and I've said that since the beginning. I've always thought that this was some type of message because multiple of their parents had been involved in drugs. And I thought that I really, really started thinking that way when they added on the special prosecutor whose specialty was the Aryan Night Brotherhood cartel. Because why in the hell would they have appointed him specifically to this case if that is his expertise? Because typically when they appoint a special prosecutor, it's because of whatever expertise they have being relevant to the case.
That is odd.
And the only cases that he had worked were COVID fraud cases and the Aryan Night Brotherhood cartel.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, something ain't right.
Yeah, that's even strange.
Mm-hmm.
That's even stranger.
I know.
More.
Much there's just so much that's bizarro.
Yeah.
Does anyone know why Dickie was playing a panel from Hello Starlight and German lady talking about me from 3 years ago?
Who knows? You know, she looks for anything and everything that has to do with you. She's run out of things to show that you specifically. So now she's on to things that other people say about you specifically.
That bitch needs a lobotomy. Hell, they all need a damn lobotomy. Well, and that's the thing, Lonnie, and the amount of defensive wounds on Xana and how hard she fought to stay alive. I it's heartbreaking. And not only that, but it takes a minute or so for you to bleed out completely when your carotid severed. So you think about what they had to be thinking. It's just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And these dumbass girls, God. I don't know. This whole mess has just got me aggravated. No, there's no way she didn't hear them screaming. Well, she literally says that she heard them. I cannot get enough to drink tonight. What in the heck? Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a Clover. She did say, you can hear everything. And I mean, there have been multiple people who lived there before who said that you can hear every noise in that house. There's vents in every single room. You can hear everything that happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So how the heck did they not hear somebody getting massacred in another room?
Well, not only that, but she's not even 20 feet from where they were getting massacred.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And you just didn't hear that? I mean, and I'm going to tell you another thing that's odd, too. They're talking about that neighbor's camera or whatever picking up sounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How did it not pick up the sound from when it started?
Good question. And then you have two eyewitnesses who have stated that the dog barked solid from 4 o'clock to 4:45. The dog did not stop barking until 4:45. But those two girls that were in the house don't say anything about the dog constantly barking.
For almost an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't mention it one time.
Not once. your combat training, Ginger. I still don't think that Brent Kopaka's death is a coincidence. And call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a shit. I don't think it's a coincidence. The man has a standoff with the police the day after Brian Koberger leaves the town. He's a former military vet with combat experience. Yeah. I ain't buying it. Something about that's been fishy since the get-go.
So it makes me laugh when everybody's asked, well, what did he plead guilty for if he didn't do it? I mean, why would he,
Maybe his family's been threatened.
I mean, there could be numerous reasons. Some people just, especially out of advice from their lawyer, they say, you might as well just take the plea bargain because they're going to find you guilty anyway, and this is what's going to happen if they do. You know what I'm saying? Especially for somebody who's never been in trouble by the law, they trust their lawyer.
I took a freaking plea deal just because I didn't want to deal with the shit. I had too much else going on. I don't want to have to go through a freaking trial. I don't know. I think it was too, Ginger. I absolutely think it was an organized hit. And I think that the people who were meant to be there were there.
I wonder what the cause of it was, though.
I still think it has something to do with drugs. I just don't know what. That's just my personal opinion.
Well, if they were mixed up with some kind of any buying drugs from anybody or having anything to do with drugs, I mean, a lot of things could have happened.
Yes, I'm a clever it is. And they just happen to choose the night that Kaylee's there when she's already moved out. And then, her dad has made some strange statements over the years, but one of the ones that he's made that has stuck out to me the most is he didn't have to go upstairs. That statement has always bothered me.
It's an odd statement to make.
He's made a lot of odd statements. He's also put out a lot of false information throughout the last 3 years, and it's infuriated me, but now I really wonder if he hasn't done it intentionally. I'm really starting to think that that might be more the case. I don't think that anybody their age had the capability to commit this crime the way it was committed. Sweet Irish. I don't care how well you can butcher an animal. A human being is a completely different story.
Sure is.
Especially one that's fighting back. What do you mean, Diana? Do I think it's possible he could have been involved? Yeah. Hell, he may have been the cleanup crew. His house was covered in blood. Personally, I think that there was more than 2 people involved. That was Kaylee's ex, Jack. Not Showalter. I don't know, Diana. I don't know. I think that there were at least 2 who did the unaliving. Then I think that there were at least 3 involved in the whole thing. For the longest time, I thought that maybe Brian Koberger was just the driver. But I don't know. I do think he was in the house at some point.
I mean, and if he was just the driver and he, happened to get caught or whatever, he may have took the plea bargain because he was more afraid of what may happen to him outside than he was inside.
And I think that's got a lot to do with it. Hello. I don't know. This case makes my brain. What do you mean, Cinderella? Why didn't he call out the others? If you had been framed by a cartel, would you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to think about it this way. Depending on who he was involved with or what the reasoning was for the killings, if you're dealing with somebody who will murder somebody and to that extent, I'm not talking about just like stab somebody and kill them, but like brutally murder somebody like was done with them.
Okay, so let's just face it. This was a very personal crime. Very personal. You don't use sharp force weapons like this typically in this kind of crime. And I mean, the easiest way to have unalived 4 people would have been to use a pew-pew with a silencer.
Mm-hmm.
Fast and efficient. But they did it hands-on. It is, Cinderella. I had no idea either until I looked into this.
Well, there's cartel everywhere.
It's the Aryan Knight Brotherhood cartel. and they are responsible for the majority of the drugs in Idaho. And
And that's probably
the specially
Brian.
appointed prosecutor, Joshua Hurwitz, he was appointed to this case in February after he resigned as a state prosecutor who was appointed by Biden. And he was specially appointed by the governor for this case. Now, typically, when they appoint special prosecutors, it's because they have some type of expertise that helps to try the case that they're being appointed to.
Mm-hmm.
And his two areas of expertise are COVID fraud, and he put 10 members of the Aryan Night Brotherhood cartel in prison for life. So which area of expertise do y'all think they called him in it for?
Well, it definitely got nothing to do with COVID.
What I'm saying. I agree, Snow Lion. I don't know. There's just so much about it that doesn't make sense.
And now, unless somebody just really gets to talking, you ain't gonna know.
Mm-mm. No, because the more that comes out, the crazier it is.
And what's so crazy is there's nothing they can do about it because he's done took a plea bargain. It's over and done with.
Well, he can appeal.
Well, I mean, he can appeal, but what I'm saying is, unless somebody starts singing like a bird, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
They're not going to question any of it because.
Bluebell, I know that there is more body cam footage. I do know that Maddie's mom has filed suit or filed motions to have a lot of the stuff that has to do with Maddie's room or anything to do with Maddie sealed and not in public view. So it's just going to be a wait and see to see what they release. And that just happened last week.
What
The
time did
family
Miss
was
Ma'am?
not happy about the crime scene photos being released.
What time did Miss Ma'am finally go to sleep? I know she was ripping in her hair earlier.
Oh my God, she ended up going home.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, Kaylee thought she was going to be out of it because she had that procedure today, but she wasn't. So she went home. She was sleepy when she left here at 8:00. She was on it today.
Mariah was happy with that, would you?
Lord have mercy.
I bet she drives Mariah here.
She bosses her around.
And Mariah probably just does everything she tells her to.
She does. Earlier, Mariah was sitting here in the living room floor because her and Hannah was trying to find Mariah a MacBook. And Linda come in here and just flew down onto Mariah's lap, and she said, "Ma, come fix my hair." I said, "Fix your hair? It looks like it ain't been brushed all day." She said, "I want my hair fixed, Ma." Well, up she went. And they went in there and fixed her hair. A mess.
So Kaylee, everything come out with Kaylee stuff real good, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Breezy, that was Xana and Ethan's, where they were snorting the Adderall. Sassy don't even begin. Y'all saw the little shit today when I turned the camera on. She's acting shy. Yeah, right. Earlier, she was in the she knows she's not supposed to go into the spare bedroom. And I sat here and watched her go in there. And she came back out and I said, "Where have you been?" I not know. I said, "Yes, you do know. I just watched you go in there." I said, "What were you in there getting?" I don't know. So I walked in there, and just exactly as I thought, she'd been into the beads to make the pins.
Oh, Jesus.
She made Hannah a nice little mess. But at least she wasn't into markers.
Well, that's very true. This she wouldn't cover in marker.
Because that seems to be the way she stays lately.
I know. Did Kaylee throw those away? She said she was going to throw them away when she went to sleep that night.
Yes, she did. I told her not to buy anything more. Which it ain't got to be a marker. She was in there in Mariah's room, sitting in Mariah's vanity table, and she said, "Sassa, come here." So I got up and went in there, and I said, "What is it?" She said, "Just look at this mess." I said, "What mess?" She said, "Right there. Look at this mess Ma has made." She hears me all the time telling them to clean up their rooms, and she thought I was going to get on to Mariah because there was a spot of something on her makeup table, her vanity. And I said, "Well, where did that come from?" She said, she looked at me and then she looked at Mariah. She said, "I think Eli did it." I said, "Eli?" She said, "Mm-hmm." I said, "Where's Eli?" She looked and then she tapped her chin with her finger and she said, I not know. I not know. Everything is I not know.
I know. I
Just
talked
like
to
she told Kaylee that I colored all over
her. Yeah, when you weren't even there. I talked to my cousin today on the phone, and her little boy. This is the one I call my nephew. I pretty much raised him. He plays baseball a lot. Like he does travel ball. He plays all over the place, and pretty much year round. Well, he had played tackle football one year, and this kid doesn't have a mean bone. Like he's never been aggressive. So like football, you have to be aggressive. He always played line. Because he's like, way bigger than the kids in his class because his dad is like huge. And but he's not aggressive, so he don't like to tackle and all that business. Well, he didn't play for a couple years of football. Well, he decided this year he wanted to play again. Well, they put him on O line. Of course, he's got to tackle people. And she said he still won't, like, he just doesn't get aggressive at all. Like he won't tackle anybody. And she said, I told him this year. She said I'm fussing at him all the time at practice, telling him he needs to get his stuff together and tackle somebody. And so they were at home or whatever, and she said, Colton, she said, I ain't doing it. She said this last year. She said, if you want to play next year, she said, you're gonna pay for it this time. He looked at her and he goes, well, you ain't got to worry about it because I'm not. He said, I don't want to play. She said, you say that now, but you're going to think about it and you're going to want to. He's like, nope, I'm not playing ever again. Because she just paid like out the butt for like cleats and a helmet. And because the kid don't do anything cheap. He always picks out the most expensive stuff, but he swears he's never playing again. But I don't know. I asked her, so when's his first game? She said, it was Jamboree's this weekend. She said, but I wouldn't even waste my time coming. She said, he don't tackle nobody.
Oh my God.
He's 9, and it's sad because he's a really good baseball player though. I mean, he's a pitcher and he plays different things. He plays like shortstop and he's a pitcher and he plays third base sometimes and outfield. He's really good at it, but he's just not aggressive enough, and which is crazy because he's a big boy. Like he would be a really good football player, but he don't like to. He ain't got a mean bone in his body. He won't be rough with nobody.
She will be. She'll be 3 November 28th. 3
And a
going
whole
on 30.
minute. Yeah, 3
3
going
going
on 30.
on 30.
She is cute as a bug.
She's a mess. You can't take your eyes off of her for 1 second.
You into something? Always.
Always. I'm
It's the age
constantly
for
thinking
it,
about
though.
what else to get into.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Kitten alarm.
Yeah, got a crying baby over there. He's probably wandered off from his mama somehow or another. Which I don't know how the heck they end up doing it. They're in a clothes basket, so I did that so she didn't have a lot of room because for them to like wander off from her. You know.
That's a good idea.
Well, but I'm wondering if it's too small because if she gets in there, well, she'll get out to go eat or whatever. I go to the bathroom, and she gets back in it, and she have to like resituate her and the babies.
Oh, Cinderella. They're close to the same age.
What are you doing? Here, it's this.
Not Diana.
You're gonna be the whiny butt, aren't you? This is the orange one. She's the worst. I have to always resituate her because somehow or another she winds up getting away from her mama somehow or another.
An escape artist.
You know, what's going on? I don't know what. And you know their eyes are not open right now, so they can't really see, so they have to feel around. But she always ends up somehow or another climbing over the top of her mama, trying to find a nipple, and never can find it. Oh, she got one behind her. Here. I'm trying to figure out which one is
I
runt.
always hated our puppies when my ex-husband used to breed labs, and I used to worry to death that the dogs was going to lay on them.
Well, that's what she's done. Well, they get behind her somehow or another. That's my biggest fear. She's going to end up on top of them because she gets tired of laying down, so she'll get up and sit and move or whatever. But I may get this other. My cousin has got a. I talked to her today, and she had told me if I wanted it, I could have it. It's a smaller dog kennel.
Mm-hmm.
And put her in it with them. I mean, it's bigger than this clothes basket, so they got room and whatever. But it's not so big that they can't get away from her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I may get it tomorrow because I already got Jersey's kennel in here, and that thing is massive. You probably could fit 2 jerseys in there. But I put plenty of room in there for her because she likes to sprawl out when she's in there. Because I put her in there when I'm gone, because she still has this. She doesn't chew anything else up, but she has 8. I don't know how many laptop cords. And my fear is she's gonna bite into it and electrocute herself. So I kennel her when I'm gone. Which she don't care. She gets in and goes to sleep. I put her toys in there and she goes to bed.
That's funny.
My old man, though, he sleeps. He's getting so old. I think he's probably not going to be here much longer. I hate to say that, but he's almost 15 years old. But he's spry as a chicken though. Be 15. He waddles around everywhere because he's old, but he still jumps up and gets on the dog stairs to get up on the bed and everything.
Goodness.
Oh, I told Pickle that when he's gone, I ain't getting another one. I really didn't want to get Jersey, but now I love her too much. I couldn't do nothing with her. So we got to downsize on animals. Well, we got to downsize on animals. She's got 4 Jack Russells.
Amy, the mods have been trying to get me to cover that case. I haven't been following it. I've been so wrapped up with this Idaho 4. These damn last documents from that dang Idaho State Police, 500 of them. It's took me a week to read them all. I'll read about 100 pages. My eyes feel like they're going to blow out of my head, so I stop for the day. They're constantly coming out with new stuff on it. And the mods are trying to catch me up on that case, and it sounds crazy as hell. I don't know why them crazy ass people had any parents to begin with. Had any parents? Shit. Had any kids? They didn't really have parents. I don't know what I'd call them, but it sure ain't parents. Youngins ain't never stood a chance. Sad.
Yeah. Lynn, that happened to me when I was a teenager. We were on vacation during the summertime and got back home, and I heard something crying outside. I was probably about 16, and I went outside and tried to find it, and it was a little newborn baby kitten that his mama had got scared and dropped, and it was covered in ants. It wasn't that old. And I got it and cleaned it up real good and everything, and it lived for about a week, but it didn't last long. I think it probably was too dehydrated, and I don't even know how long it had been laying there.
They had too many bites.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it was. It's the vet. We took it to the vet to get it checked out and everything, and she said if you lived, it would be a miracle because we bottle fed it and everything. I'll never forget. That's why I was telling my roommate. I said I have so much experience with bottle feeding kittens. It's ridiculous. We had a whole litter of 5 at one point. When me and Jay were together, and they're like newborns. You have to literally bottle feed them every 3 hours, and then you have to clean them with a warm washcloth till they'll go to the bathroom. And then if they don't get enough to eat the first time around, you have to feed them again, and you have to do that every 3 hours.
No, thank you.
It's wild.
That's like having a newborn.
Try having 5 of them.
Nope. No, thank you.
Takes you a good 30 to 45 minutes to feed them and clean them. Then by the time you lay them down and get them, you're back up 2 hours later trying to do it again.
Nope. Not doing it.
Well, Cinderella, these right here, like I was trying to look and see which one was the runt, but they really don't seem to be a runt. Like they're all healthy sized newborns. But their daddy is huge. I mean, he's a big tuxedo tomcat. He's a big cat.
I know one thing. Nobody better wake me up in the morning, including Sweet Cheeks. He's getting an earful. Somebody damn sure better let me sleep in the morning.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
I'm just going to turn my damn phone off. So I'm just going to go ahead and apologize if he calls y'all or messages y'all or anybody or whatever, because I ain't answering the phone. Yeah. If he's panicked because he can't get me, Just tell him, shut up. She's asleep.
Well, you know that ain't gonna work.
I do not care. No, the last time he called everybody, even my mama.
Man, you know that's not gonna work. You can tell him to shut up all day long that you're sleeping. It ain't gonna make
After that, he wanted the girls' phone numbers. I said, hell no. No. Never. He's already
I
bought
thought people.
international minutes. He'd be blowing them up. The first time I didn't answer the damn phone. And Hannah will kill him.
Well, Picklebat had a heart attack today because where she lives at is like, for some reason in the little town she lives in, they don't get really good cell service anywhere. And like, it's real hit or miss. Even when she goes into town, it's even worse. So 9 times out of 10, she always has her phone on, plug. She's always got her Wi-Fi turned on to get good signal because we talk on WhatsApp, and it all runs off your phone data. Well, today, at some point, early this morning, she lost internet service, and they were still at like 9 o'clock last night trying to fix it. She said at 9 o'clock. Yeah, she was down there. She said, because I asked her, so are they not? She said, yeah. She said they were down at the main box. She said down the road. She said they were there for a while. She said, and then they left, and then they came back again. And at 9 o'clock last night, she said they were still down there doing something to the box.
Well, I'm not sure if you knew this or not, but in Pakistan, they have intermittent. The electricity just goes off.
I know, that's what you were saying. Yeah,
like
she was so
just
mad.
Go off and be off for hours.
Yeah, I know, that's what you were saying. She was so mad at 9 o'clock last night. She said, fuck this. She said, I'm just going to sleep. She said, if it's back, hopefully it's back on in the morning. She was so mad. She was texting me.
I've been mad too. Hell, mine does that here because Bright House sucks ass.
Well, I don't know what is wrong with her internet over there. Like, it's constant. And the girls, see, her youngest one has to have it to do her schoolwork and stuff during the week, But luckily, they're on like their little summer break. They go back in September at some point. But them girls have a heart attack when that big thing goes off. But she has the world's worst problem with the internet. She told me today, because you can go on the website that they use for her internet service or whatever to look at outages and everything, and she had me go look. It was still outed when she went to bed at 9 o'clock this morning. Still showing the outage 9 o'clock last night.
Oh my god. Night, Lonnie. Well, Breezy, he may be hitting you up in the morning because I am sleeping late.
Well, I hope you're awake in the morning, Breezy. If he can't get you, he'll be blowing up the chat. Trying to get everybody's attention.
Yep. Hey, I ain't kidding. That day he had messaged me on everything. Facebook, TikTok.
I do that to
YouTube. And called me.
Yeah, I do that. I do the same thing to Pickle though. She drives her nuts. She gets some.
I ain't used to this shit. I told him, I said, what'd you think? Somebody got me? I mean, seriously. They'd have brought me back.
I panic every time I can't get her on the phone, or if she don't have a signal or whatever.
Oh, so does he. Oh my God. As a matter of fact, yesterday I woke up and I sent him a text. He'd already texted me. And I said, I think I might go back to sleep. Well, I fell back asleep. I woke up and I had 23 missed calls.
Yep. I swear to God, that sounds like me and Pickle.
20? Hooray!
Yes, I do it to her too.
No wonder y'all get along. Shit. I
She told
said,
me one time,
my
she said, "What do you
God.
think I'm doing?"
And it was like one after the other. And I said,
Yes.
Nabil, what the fuck are you doing? If I didn't answer the first 20 times.
I do the same thing. That's what she tells me. She says, "Where do you think I'm going?" I don't know. Oh, anything could happen.
And then when he finally gets me, he's like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? Are you sure everything's okay? I said, oh my God.
Yeah. We
Always
talk
the
about
chance you
that.
didn't hear it 23 times.
Well, I
You're
mean, that
right.
is
I
true.
didn't hear it because my phone was on do not disturb.
Chili Bear, we talk about that all the time. That's pretty funny you said that. Well, I mean, that's
Oh my
true. I
God.
mean,
Mine too, Breezy. Mine too. I never know when somebody calls. You just shit out of luck if you try to call me and think I'm gonna answer the first time. Most of the time I won't know you called for 2 or 3 days. Hell, back when Christy called me when we first started talking again.
well, I
I
feel
didn't
bad because
know she called for 4 days.
one of my really good friends, I hadn't talked to her in a month, and she got a new phone number, and she texted me. I guess at some point she tried to call, but then she texted me, and I found the text about 4 days later. I was cleaning my phone out, getting rid of text messages, junk text messages and stuff. And I looked and I was like, "Who's this?" And I read. She was like, "This is." I don't know say her name, but and I was like, "What in the?" It was like 3 days before. 3 days before that.
Oh my God.
I was supposed to text my sister. Luckily, she has a better memory than I do. I was supposed to text her to remind her to get me some needles and syringes from the hospital so I could take my shots and stuff. Because I'm a ding dong and forgot to get my syringes from the pharmacy. So she was gonna get me some from the hospital, and I forgot about it. I called her on
Glenn,
Monday.
I hear you. See, that's the problem with Sweet Cheeks, and I'm sure it is with Jackson Pickle too, because our time's so different. I mean, he's literally in the future because right now it is 1 p.m. his time,
I'm surprised he ain't
3
calling
a.m.
me.
our time. So he's at college.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He changed his hours so that um he could spend more time with me and that so that I could sleep.
Yeah,
So
it's
now
like
he's in
9
college
a.m.
while I'm asleep. Yeah, because he was doing morning classes, and that shit had us all kind of fucked up. And so now he's doing afternoon classes.
Yeah, it's 9
He
a.m. on a
is definitely,
Friday.
yes, he is a keeper. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. Friday there. And then he has a big cricket match tonight. his time tonight. My time, daytime. Did I say Tuesday? It's Friday.
Oh, yeah, today's Friday.
Oh no, Rachel said Tuesday. Tuesday? Rachel, where the fuck are you?
I just saw that too.
What? Oh well, yeah, that's exactly what it is, Lynn. The Appalachian time zone difference. You know, that 8 hours is a bitch. Less than 8 hours.
It's in the Appalachian Mountains, raising goats.
According to SCAD, with his goats and his moped.
I
Because she
still
has
can't get
seen
over them.
houses. She has seen houses in Appalachia that look like. And this, that dumbass Exodus, whoever the fuck that is, in the comments, somebody sent me a screenshot and she said, yes, there sure are houses like that in Appalachia or some such shit. And I about coughed up my tonsils. I was laughing so fucking hard. Freaking idiots. Rachel, I forget that and I ain't in the hospital.
Oh, the Whitakers, yeah.
Oh
Have
my
you
God.
do you keep up with them at all?
I don't keep up with them. I know who they are.
Well, okay, so you know that Software Underbelly was doing a lot of stuff with them or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there was a big scandal with them had to do with a GoFundMe and everything, you know.
Oh my
Something
God.
about the money that they were raising for the GoFundMe wasn't going to things they were supposed to, and this, that, and the third. Well, these other guys have taken over the family now as like their caretakers or whatever, and helps them with stuff, you know. And this guy's really good. Like he takes them out to eat, to the movie. He tries to socialize them to where they can get out in the public and not and know how to act. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
him and another guy, they've been doing that. They've taken them to like get their hair cut and took them to the movies, and they go out to eat and they go clothes shop. They've taken them clothes shopping and shoe shopping and all kind of, you know, just so they could be socialized. You know what I mean? So Timmy, the youngest one, um, he uh, he had him over to his little townhouse he was staying in because these guys actually don't live there; they live in other places. And so they had the last day they were here. He let him come over to his house and make cookies and stuff, and then the family came over the next day and had barbecue and all this other stuff. But they're doing really good with them as far as like socializing and stuff. But long story short, these guys have talked to the Amish community because the house they're living in now is an old double wide type trailer or whatever. It's just falling down with them around them, and they have is a bathtub. They don't have a shower or nothing in there. But him and another guy that's doing the stuff for them, they're supposed to be going. They have booked flights and everything. They're supposed to go talk to the Amish community about building them a house there on their property. That's a more modern, like nicer place, so that way they can have actually showers and
Okay,
kitchen
Rachel.
areas and
That's cool.
that type of thing. Yeah, I mean they've been doing a lot. Like I said, a lot of people are donating to them, but a lot of people had stopped because for whatever reason was going on with that situation with Soft White Underbelly. Um, but these guys now that have them, that's kind of their caretakers now, doing a really good job with them. They're more of an advocate for them. And Ray, the one that really can't, um, the one that really can't talk, and kind of grunts and everything. The older guy, he's got something really bad going on with his knee, and And they've been taking him to the doctor and see the doctor and all this other stuff.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know
Well, I'm
what
about
all
to
they're
pass
going
out.
to
I'm about to pass out. I'm
do.
fixing to go to try to get some sleep. My 3
Pickles
hours of
ears.
sleep today ain't cutting it.
Well, Pickles ears must have been burning. She just messaged me.
Oh my God. Thank God he got his phone on.
But I'd sent her a picture of the kittens, and she said, "What the hell?" She said, "How's the new mom doing?"
All right, y'all. Well, I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm fixing to try to get some sleep. I hope y'all do too. Have a good one, everybody. See y'all tomorrow.
Night, y'all.
Bye.